Srila Prabhupada books are really, we know, to all of us, anybody. Recently, I was speaking to one devotee, so he was asking me, so what inspired you? So I was telling that Prabhupada's books are the one which is inspiring every one of us. If we ask anybody, if we ask our heart, so what made us come to Krishna consciousness? What made us become serious in Krishna consciousness? And what is pushing us? What is that push? So it's Srila Prabhupada books. So Srila Prabhupada in one of the purport, Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 2nd chapter, 37th verse, he says, by fully concentrating on distributing books for Krishna, one is fully absorbed in Krishna. This is Samadhi. So one can attain Samadhi, the highest, we know the yogis, for them the highest level is Samadhi. And here by Prabhupada's mercy, one can attain that state by fully being engaged in distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. So when we think of Srila Prabhupada books, we usually think Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, small books. But actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Yare Deka Tare Kaha Krishna Upadesh. And Srila Prabhupada, to this verse, Srila Prabhupada gives the explanation. Krishna Upadesh means Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So even if we count the books we have for Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, so Bhagavad Gita is, we have one book, and Bhagavatam we have 18 volumes. So 95% of the Krishna Upadesha is in Srimad Bhagavatam. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling us, Krishna Upadesha, which is Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, so mostly we have to concentrate mostly on Bhagavatam, but unfortunately we have not concentrated much on that. So this point I want to focus, because the 95% of Krishna Upadesha we have not given to the people, or we have not given them opportunity to hear 95% of Krishna Upadesha. And in 1st canto 5th chapter 11th verse, Srila Prabhupada says, Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of spiritual life, ABCD of spiritual life. The people cannot understand even the ABCD of Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the graduate study. So everything is there. Unfortunately, it was not distributed. So our Krishna consciousness movement has started to distribute this literature, especially Srimad Bhagavatam. So even if somebody is reading 1st canto, just 5th chapter, 11th verse itself, Srila Prabhupada's clear message is there. Our Krishna consciousness movement has started to distribute this literature, especially Srimad Bhagavatam. And in one of the book, very wonderful book written by Srila Prabhupada, Dharma. It is actually the compilation of shlokas from 2nd chapter of 1st canto. Very wonderful book, just 100 pages. Prabhupada gives the whole summary of Dharma. Very inspiring book. In that chapter 4, Srila Prabhupada writes, Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for giving enlightenment to all people of the world. It is not the philosophy of a sectarian religion. It is meant for all human beings. People should take advantage of the instructions in Srimad Bhagavatam and make their lives perfect. That is the mission of our Krishna consciousness movement. So Prabhupada in these two places, it's very clear. In many places, hundreds of places, thousands of places, Prabhupada is speaking about this and book distribution. And we know even the small books we distribute, it's mainly based on Srimad Bhagavatam. So, for example, Kunti Maharani's prayers, Prahlad Maharaj's teachings, Kapilacharya's teachings. So most of the book, this Dharma, it's directly based on Srimad Bhagavatam, means it is a part of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we can see why it's very dear to Srila Prabhupada, why it's very dear to Vaishnavas. In fact, we see in Sanatana Goswami's Leelastava, Sanatana Goswami says, Madeka Bando Matsangin means you are my only hope. You are my only master. He is glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam so wonderfully. And he says, Madeka Bandhu Matsangin Man Mahadhana. You are my real wealth. And one more wonderful shloka is there in that Leela Stava. He says, Asadu sadhu to dain atini. So he is telling that Srimad Bhagavatam will make asadu into sadhu. Non-devotee will become devotee by distributing Bhagavatam. There are so many misconceptions about distributing Srimad Bhagavatam. Can we distribute to non-devotees? Actually, the purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam is to make a non-devotee into devotee. So that's why whenever we want to make somebody devotee, the best thing is to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. And we can see even in Bhagavad Gita that many places Krishna says that they are very dear to me. For example, in 12th chapter, many times he says that Santushta Satatam Yogi Yatatma Dhrida Nishchaya Mayarpita Mano Buddhir Yo Madbhakta Same Priya. And again he says, Yasman no dvijate loko loka no dvijate chayaha harsha marsha bhayodvige mukto yaha sacha me priyaha. Anapeksha shuchir daksha udasino gatavyataha sarvaramba parityagi yo madbhakta same priyaha. Yo na rishyati na dveshti. Shubha Shubha Parityagi Bhaktimaniya Same Priyaha Sama Shatrocha Mitrecha Tata Manapamaniyo. Like this, so many places. Tulya Ninda Stutir Mauni Santushto Yena Kenajit Aniketa Stiramati Bhaktiman Me Priyo Naraha. Like this, Yetu Dharmamritam Idam Yathoktam Pariyopasate Shuddha Dhana Matparama Bhakta Stitiva Me Priya. In many places, Krishna is telling that this devotee is very dear to me, this devotee is very dear to me. Like that, many places he quotes that even that famous shloka we see Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadam Bhakti Uparatam Ashnami Prayatatmana. So that devotee is very dear to me, this devotee is very dear to me. Like that, so many places he says. But in 18th chapter, the concluding chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in one place Krishna says that Ya idam paramam guhyam madbhakteshu abhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mame vaishyati asamshayaha. So after that he says, means before that shloka he says, idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrushave vacham na cha mam yobhya suyati. Means this knowledge, this confidential knowledge should not be preached to those who don't have faith, like that. Immediately after that shloka, this is the 68th shloka and what I quoted is 69, and in the 70th shloka, 69th shloka, Krishna says, Nacha tasman manusheshu kaschin me priyakritamaha bhavita nacha me tasmad anya priyatarabhu. So the secret here is, in all these places, in 12th chapter, Krishna is telling that devotee is dear to me, this devotee is dear to me, that person is dear to me. And in this 67th shloka, Krishna is telling you should not preach to those who don't have any faith. But 69th shloka, Krishna is telling that who preaches this glorious message of me, Nacha tasman manusheshu kaschin me priyakritamaha. So that person is very dear to me, and not only that, he is just dear to me, like what he told that Bhavita na chame tasmat anya priyataro bhavi. In the future also, nobody is as dear to me as he who preaches this message. That is Krishna Upadesha. So whoever preaches the message of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, they become very, very dear to Krishna. That's why we see in many of the places Prabhupada says that whoever distribute my books, they are very dear to me. Because whoever is dear to Krishna, that person is dear to Vaishnavas. Whoever becomes dear to Vaishnavas, that person becomes dear to Krishna. Direct instruction is there by Srila Prabhupada, where he says that if somebody want to please me, distribute my books. But we should always remember that major part of Srila Prabhupada books are Srimad Bhagavatam, 18 Maha big books. Even if you just keep aside the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, just take the number of books, 18 Maha big books we are distributing at a time. And not only that, Srimad Bhagavatam is glorified throughout the Vedas. In fact, Krishna says, Vedaishcha sarve aham eva vedyo. The purpose of Vedas is myself. And that purpose, that Krishna has come in Kali Yuga in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna swadhama pagate dharma jnana adibisa kalo nashta drishamesho puranarko adhunoditaha. So after Krishna finished his pastimes on this earth as the Supreme Lord Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam has come to give the light. So, and not only that, so many Puranas glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. And beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the second shloka itself, Vedvyasa Muni himself says that when Srimad Bhagavatam is there, what is the use of anything else? Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam sata vedyam vastavamatra shivadam tapatrayon mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Kimva Paririshwara. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Kimva Paririshwara. When Mahamuni Vedavyasa Muni has written Srimad Bhagavatam, what is the use of any other literature? There is no need of any other literature. Tapatrayon Mulanam. If somebody takes shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, then all the Tapatrayas will go away. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Dukkha doshana darshanam. Here always we are troubled because this is the place of misery. This is miserable place. We are always troubled by Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. We are always troubled by Tapatrayas, Adi Devika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika. But somebody, the same Vedavyasa Muni is telling in Srimad Bhagavatam, Tapatrayon Mulanam. If somebody want to get out of this Tapatraya, then take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. When Mahamuni Vedavyasa has given this Srimad Bhagavatam, then what is the need of any other literature? In general, when we see any authors writing their books, they will try to promote all the books. They will speak everything good about all their books. But here we can see the transcendental position of Vedavyasa Muni. Although he is the author of all the Vedas, 4 Vedas, 108 Upanishads, 17 other Mahapuranas, 18 Upapuranas, 1 lakh shlokas of Mahabharat, Vedanta Sutra, he is the author of everything. Still he himself recommends Srimad Bhagavatam. He says, Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Paririshwara. So there is no need of any other thing. We can see in 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam how Narada Muni is chastising Vedavyasa for writing other things. He says, Yad Vayasa Tirtham, what you have written all this time, because when the purpose of Vedas, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15.15, so Vedaishcha sarver aham eva vedyo. The purpose of Veda is only me. Then what was the necessity for writing other things? So you write only on Krishna. You write a literature by which people can become fully Krishna conscious. So Prabhupada also says in one lecture, when Narada Muni advised Vasudeva that you have written so many books, but actually they are not very much beneficial to the human society. You write such a book that they will come to Krishna consciousness. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is especially written to bring these rascals and animals to Krishna consciousness. So this is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam will bring these rascals and animals to Krishna consciousness. So this is the divine message by Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada says there is no comparison, there is no competition, and every word is for the good of the human society. So this is such a wonderful literature that in fact Vedavyasa Muni himself says, Nigamakalpataror Galitam Phalam Shukamukadamrita Dravasayita Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka. Even after liberation, one should relish Srimad Bhagavatam. So actually, one who is liberated can relish Bhagavatam more nicely. But even for somebody who want to get liberated, for them also there is no other medicine other than Srimad Bhagavatam. We will be surprised to hear that in Skanda Purana it's given that what to speak of others, even the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mahavishnu himself relishes Srimad Bhagavatam. In Skanda Purana, the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam is given. There it's given that the three prime deities like Brahma, Vishnu, Mahavishnu and Shiva, they were praying to Krishna. Brahmadeva prayed to Krishna that I am the secondary creator. We see in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Mahavishnu is the primary creator and Brahma is the secondary creator. But Brahmadeva says that although I am the secondary creator, I am not the actual doer, but still it is the propensity of the jivas. We also always realize this, that although we know that Krishna is the doer, by Krishna's mercy everything is happening, but it is the tendency of the jiva to take the credit. So in the same way, Brahmadev didn't want to be like that, so he wanted to be a perfect devotee. So he requests that I should be in that state, that I always think myself as your servant. Jivara Swarupai Nitya Krishna Dasa. My consciousness should be always Krishna Dasa, not that I am the creator of the universe. So how I can save myself from being illusioned, like that he asked. So Krishna told Brahmadev that you can be fully Krishna conscious. You can fully be in Krishna conscious state if you take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna. So Brahmadev, we know in Srimad Bhagavatam it comes that the Supreme Lord Krishna told Srimad Bhagavatam to Brahmadev. Actually our whole parampara is speaking Bhagavatam, distributing Bhagavatam. We may say that Krishna didn't distribute to Brahmadev, but we know that that time it was not required to give in a book form, because we, the people in Kali Yuga, we have this problem that Manda Sumandamatayo Manda Bhagyahi Upadrita. We cannot remember. For us, just by hearing, we are not Shrutidhara. Just by hearing, we cannot remember. That's why Vedvyasa Muni mercifully made it in a book form, especially for the people of Kali Yuga. So the same Bhagavatam was distributed in that way that time, and it's distributed in this way according to time, place, circumstances. And Srila Prabhupada, the supreme mercy of the Lord, he gave us in such a form that even the fallen people of Kali Yuga can understand. Because we know, although Vedvyasa Muni wrote it in a book form so that we can read, but we are not at all qualified to read and understand even what Vedvyasa Muni has written, because that is in Sanskrit language, and we can understand Shastra only through a devotee. It's not just the language, what we say, the knowledge in the language. It is the divine mercy of the Vaishnavas which will enable us to understand the Shastra in the proper understanding. So it is not only the Sanskrit language, but the whole purport of the Vedas is understood through devotee. So Srila Prabhupada has mercifully given us in this form. Actually, it's expanding. Krishna gave to Brahmadev. Krishna distributed only 4 shlokas. But Shukamuni gave, we know, actually in Srimad Bhagavatam also, Shukamuni comes only from 2nd canto. 1st canto, Shukamuni is not there. It's only Suta Goswami and Shaunakadi Rishis. So, Suta Goswami again expanded this. Suta Prabhu is showing that first volume, Shukamuni entry has not yet happened in this first volume, 1st canto. So, Suta Goswami, with the entry of Suta Goswami, again Bhagavatam has expanded. And with the entry of all the Vaishnavas like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Madhvacharya, Vijayadwajiya, Veera Raghaviya, Sridhariya, Sarartha Darshini, Bhavartha Deepiki, like this, again Vaishnavas, they relished and expanded. And finally, Srila Prabhupada taking the commentary of 12 Acharyas, like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Sridhar Swami, Vijayadwajiya, Veera Raghaviya, all those commentaries, 12 commentaries, Srila Prabhupada mercifully expanded Srimad Bhagavatam to 14,000 pages. Now we have Srila Prabhupada's mercy, which Krishna in our disciplic succession, which started with 4 shloka by the Supreme Lord himself to Brahmadev, now it has expanded to 14,000 pages by Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So this is our parampara. Distributing Srimad Bhagavatam is our parampara. So the Supreme Lord Krishna distributed to Brahmadev, Brahmadev to Narada Muni, Narada Muni to Vedavyas, Vedavyas to Shukamuni, Shukamuni to Suta Goswami, Suta Goswami to Shaunakadi Rishis. So like this, so this is our parampara. Speaking Bhagavatam, distributing Bhagavatam, preaching Bhagavatam, relishing Bhagavatam. This is our parampara. So, and Krishna says that one who preaches this message, he is very dear to me. Nobody is as dear to me as that person. This is Krishna's surety to us. And Srila Prabhupada says that if you want to please me, distribute my books. In one of the places, Prabhupada says, my Guru Maharaj told me to, he told in Radhakund that if you get money, you print books and distribute books. This was the instruction given by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj to Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada says to his disciples that because of that, even when I was in India, I never thought of even constructing temples. So my only concentration was how to print books.
Block and right.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I think ma'am's Mataji's internet is halted.
Yeah. Let's give a couple of minutes.
Hare Krishna.
Our main focus should be books only. Srila Prabhupada once wrote to Rameshwara Prabhu, that time he was Prabhu, Rameshwara Swami, evangelists during the 6-day period is transcendental samadhi. They are working in trance, not on the material platform. No common man can work so hard. It is not possible. Your book distribution is really intoxication. So these are the divine words of Srila Prabhupada. So book distribution is really intoxication. So if somebody want to be intoxicated, they themselves should take the intoxicant and see that. So let us all try this, then be intoxicated. And definitely let us have full faith in the divine words of Mahabhagavata Srila Prabhupada, who is telling us that your book distribution is really intoxication. So definitely by Prabhupada's mercy, even if we don't have the taste, definitely we will develop the taste. So our bhakti process is like that. So initially somebody will push us. You please chant 1 round, you chant 4 rounds, you chant 8 rounds, you chant 16 rounds. You read, you please come to Sunday program. Like that, some push is required. Then it becomes spontaneous. So like that, even in the beginning, if we don't have a big taste and all, let us start this and be intoxicated in this book distribution, and especially Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very dear to Vaishnavas. In another letter, Srila Prabhupada says, so I am emphasizing book distribution. It is the better kirtana. It is better than chanting. Of course, chanting should not stop, but book distribution is the best kirtana. Because, why book distribution is best kirtana? Because here the kirtana is done by the pure devotee Srila Prabhupada. When we are speaking to somebody, yeah, they may hear and they may forget also. And definitely some impact may be there. But just imagine what will be the impact when they hear from a pure devotee. All Shastra says sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha. So, sarva shastra kaya, lava matra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhiyaya. So, lava matra sadhu sangha, pure devotees association, they will get sarva siddhi. So, what is that sarva siddhi? Pure devotion to Krishna. So, when they are reading Prabhupada books, they are directly associating with the pure devotee Srila Prabhupada. That's why distributing Prabhupada books is very, very important. And in another room conversation, Srila Prabhupada says, preaching means book distribution. This is a very, very inspiring quote actually. We should always remember. Maybe we can write it down in our house, maybe in the hall of our house, so that we can always see that preaching means book distribution. Very simple. Preaching means book distribution. If somebody want to preach, distribute books. And to distribute books, whatever we want to do, Prabhupada says, by hook or crook, distribute books. Whatever, and many times Prabhupada says, tax your brain. Tax your brain to increase book distribution. To increase book distribution, you can tax your brain, use all your intelligence, use your all energy to increase the book distribution. And another letter Prabhupada says, this book distribution is especially important program and it is first class preaching. Okay, somebody may object that if you are giving a class, then so Prabhupada says whatever program we may do, but the success of our program is in how many books we have distributed. So recently one devotee whom I know, he went to his sister's marriage. It's a very inspiring distribution. He went for his sister's marriage, and in his sister's marriage he distributed 3 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's a successful marriage. So Prabhupada says whatever program we do, the success lies in how many books we distributed. So Prabhupada, many places he says, continue distributing books, tax your brain, how to distribute my books more and more, use your intelligence. And in another place, Prabhupada says, regarding your successful book distribution, you should know that this is the greater preaching. I am very much pleased, best preaching, because we are the pure devotee Srila Prabhupada. And in fact, Prabhupada himself says in one of the program where Prabhupada attended the program, Prabhupada was giving the lecture. Prabhupada says that if we give a book, then definitely it may change their life. So even when Srila Prabhupada says that the success of any program lies in book distribution. In one of the Rath Yatra program, Prabhupada says, so you can plan for more and more Rath Yatra and distribute more and more books. So Rath Yatra program, our Janmashtami program, our Gaur Purnima program, any temple program, any house program, any street program, whatever may be the program, whole and soul concentration should be on distributing Prabhupada books. So that is the success of the program. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. And let us focus on Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the major part of Krishna Upadesha. And we know how much Prabhupada put his effort. Prabhupada says book distribution is my life. One time during the almost Prabhupada was in a very sick state in last days of his pastimes on this earth. So Rameshwara Swami had written about the book distribution scores, and Tamal Krishna Goswami was reading those letters, and Tamal Krishna Goswami asked with a concern that Prabhupada, so reading all these, you will not be troubled, because he was having a very bad health that time. Prabhupada said that if you go on increasing my book distribution means if you are go on increasing the distribution of my books, I will never die. Till my books are there, I will leave. So this is a very important message for all of us, and anybody who is reading Prabhupada books and distributing Prabhupada books, they have the realization for sure. Each and every devotee will have the realization that Srila Prabhupada is living with us. Srila Prabhupada is guiding us. Srila Prabhupada is always with us. So that feeling definitely will come. So Prabhupada told that till my books are there, till my book distribution is going on, so I will leave. So let Srila Prabhupada live forever, and let us march towards increasing Srila Prabhupada's book distribution more and more. And Srila Prabhupada glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam also. We know initially when somebody told Prabhupada that it is better to write book rather than Back to Godhead magazine, because people may just throw away the magazine, they may not take it seriously, but nobody will throw away the book, so it will remain permanently. That time Prabhupada thought that although the person who told this was a common man, Prabhupada took it as an instruction by his Guru Maharaj, and immediately, without any other thought, Prabhupada started writing Srimad Bhagavatam. He wrote first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in 3 volumes, and to get it printed also, Srila Prabhupada struggled so much. He went to Hanuman Prasad Poddar, who was the chief of this Gita Press Gorakhpur, and through his help, Srila Prabhupada got it printed. And even when he went to West, it's a very important point we should all remember, because many devotees, they have the misconception that can we distribute Bhagavatam before Bhagavad Gita? Srila Prabhupada, when he went to West, Srila Prabhupada wrote Bhagavatam first, and he himself told in one of the lecture that he carried 200 sets, means it's 200 into 3, 600 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam when he went to West. 600 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam in a trunk, in a big trunk, to distribute. And Srila Prabhupada was very keen on distribution. When we hear, we can clearly see Prabhupada was always in book distribution samadhi. There cannot be a better example than Srila Prabhupada, who was always in book distribution samadhi, because when he was traveling, he got 3 very, very severe heart attacks. Very, very severe heart attacks. Many times we think, okay, now I am ill, so let me recover fully so that later I can serve. So let me become healthy. So let me concentrate fully on becoming healthy so that in the future we will serve. But Srila Prabhupada was in such a transcendental samadhi of book distribution that even after 3 heavy heart attacks, severe heart attacks, it's very difficult to even survive. We know Krishna had a plan for Srila Prabhupada, and definitely Srila Prabhupada was completely a Vaikuntha man. So by Krishna's mercy, he survived, and immediately after getting out from the ship, he distributed Srimad Bhagavatam to the Captain Pandya. So this is the best example of book distribution samadhi actually. So even after having such a bad health, Srila Prabhupada was thinking of distributing Srimad Bhagavatam to the Captain, and he did that. And even after entering New York City and living there for 1 year, Srila Prabhupada, one of the place he says that Prabhupada maintained himself by distributing Srimad Bhagavatam. For 1 year, we know how much it's costly to live in America, and for 1 year, if somebody have to maintain himself, how much it's really so much endeavor is required. And Srila Prabhupada maintained himself by distributing Bhagavatam, and he gives the assurance that if we just stick to book distribution, all our problems will be solved. Financial problem will be solved. In one of the letter, he says that we need not bother about our financial problem. because Krishna is the husband of goddess of fortune. If we just go on distributing my books, then all the problems will be solved. So for 1 year, Prabhupada maintained himself by distributing Bhagavatam. So we should follow in the divine steps of Srila Prabhupada. So who wrote Bhagavatam first? Who carried Bhagavatam? Means Bhagavatam was the first book which he wrote. Bhagavatam was the first book which he distributed. Bhagavatam was the first book which he distributed even to Mlechas and Yavanas. And Bhagavatam, by distributing Bhagavatam, he showed us the example that we can maintain ourselves. We can maintain ourselves, we can maintain our temples, we can maintain the whole institution. So Srimad Bhagavatam is very dear to Srila Prabhupada, and from 12 o'clock in the night till 4 o'clock in the morning, every day, taking 12 commentaries of all the acharyas, Srila Prabhupada was giving his Bhaktivedanta purports to Srimad Bhagavatam day after day, night after night, every day, without miss. Even when the society expanded worldwide, he had so many preaching, means he was so busy with his preaching. With all this, Srila Prabhupada gave his time for Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Prabhupada's main concentration was on Srimad Bhagavatam. Many times Srila Prabhupada told that I want to retire from management and just fully focus on my translation and purport to Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam was so dear to Srila Prabhupada, and he trained his disciples also, so that even after his departure from this world, his disciples could follow Srila Prabhupada fully, and they could complete the work of Srila Prabhupada. And even in his last days of his life, he was giving his divine purports to Srimad Bhagavatam. We can see it's very heart touching actually. Even when Srila Prabhupada is in such a condition, he wanted to give us purport. And if we can't distribute this glorious literature, who is Krishna himself, even in our healthy state, even in our youth, then how we can call ourselves as followers of Srila Prabhupada, who struggled to give us Srimad Bhagavatam, who blessed us with the Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's our duty to understand the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. I was telling about how even Mahavishnu was releasing Srimad Bhagavatam. So Brahmadeva started releasing Srimad Bhagavatam, and Mahavishnu also prayed to Lord Krishna that although I am the maintainer of this world and he has all the energy of Krishna, he is the Supreme Positive Godhead, he is Vishnu Tattva only, but the original Vishnu is Krishna. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. So how I can think of you always. So all the Vishnu expansions in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it comes, all the Vishnu expansions are servants of Krishna. Although they are Vishnu Tattva themselves, but still they think themselves as Krishna's servants. What to speak of Jiva Tattva? Even the Vishnu Tattva think themselves as servants of Krishna. So Mahavishnu prayed to Krishna that how I can always think myself as your servant. Then Krishna told him that you take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So it comes in Skanda Purana that Mahavishnu, when he recites Srimad Bhagavatam, he recites it for 2 months, and when Lakshmi Devi recites, she don't have any tension of maintenance and all, so she relishes more, and it goes for 2 months. And even Lord Shiva, he told that although I am appointed as a destroyer, but still by your mercy I can carry out the order of yours. So how I can never be illusioned that I am the doer, how I can always be Krishna conscious. Shastra glorifies Lord Shiva that he is the greatest of all Vaishnavas. So that position he maintained by taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So even the great demigods, even the Supreme Lord himself, Mahavishnu, even the goddess of fortune, Mahalakshmi, they are taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. and many other Puranas like Matsya Purana, Garuda Purana, Padma Purana, Skanda Purana glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam. Like Skanda Purana, it's told that Bharati Manava Janma Prapya Bhagavatam Nayaha Sutam Papa Paridhanai Atmagataha Tutai Kritaha. One who has taken their birth in the holy land of Bharata Varsha, if they don't have Srimad Bhagavatam, then they are committing suicide. So it's so serious because taking birth in the Bharata Bhumi is not what we call not an ordinary birth. It's a blessed birth. Even an illiterate in Bharata Bhumi will get an opportunity to hear the holy name of the Supreme Lord, Rama, Krishna, Hari, Govinda, like this. So this Bharata Bhumi is Punya Bhumi. So whoever has taken birth here, they would have done some service to the Supreme Lord in their previous life, because of which Krishna has given them this birth in Bharata Bhumi, so that they can take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. In 12th canto, it's given that even the demigods want to take birth in Bharata Bhumi. Why? They don't want any facilities of Bharata Varsha. They are more opulent than anybody on the earth. They are more beautiful. They are more intelligent. They have more lifespan. Their level of enjoyment is more. Everything is more. Still, they want to take their birth in Bharata Varsha. They consider their birth as inferior to human form of body in Bharata Varsha. Why? Because in Bharata Varsha there is a chance to take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is a very important message from all the Shastras, that's why it's our duty to preach to the people of Bharata Varsha. Definitely Prabhupada wants us to preach to the whole world, and at least people around us in this land of Bharata Varsha, let us sincerely try, so that definitely all other devotees in all over the world, they will also be inspired, and definitely many devotees are doing wonderfully. Book distribution like Mahotsav Prabhu and all in America, they are distributing to those people who are not coming from Vedic culture, and why we should hesitate to speak to people who are coming from Vedic culture. So it's our wonderful opportunity to speak about Bhagavatam and distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. Padma Purana also, so many quotes are there where the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam is told. Many who are coming to our temples also may not be having Bhagavatam. So for them, definitely we should push and give to them. At least let us start with that, and then we can try with others also. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction is very clear. Yare deka tare kaha Krishna Upadesh, Amara Ajna Guru Hoi Tarai Desh. So anybody you meet, speak about Bhagavatam. This should be our principle. So we should not think what others will think. Prabhupada, somebody asked Prabhupada that people say that you can first develop some relationship, then you can preach to them, then you can give them book. What about that? Then Prabhupada was very heavy on this. Prabhupada told, then you are following public, you are not following Guru. So Guru's instruction is very clear, distribute books. Then why you want to follow public? Public will say that you dance naked, I'll be happy. So can you do that? So it's very clear, you should follow Guru's instruction. So Guru's instruction, the Supreme Lord, he came in the form of Guru to preach the message of Krishna consciousness. So that form is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, Yare deka tarikaha Krishna Upadesh. Krishna says, Nacha tasman manusheshu kaschin me priya krittamaha bhavita nacha me tasmad anyaha priyataro bhuvi. You should preach my glories. And Prabhupada says, if you want to please me, distribute my books. Prabhupada says, preaching means book distribution. So if we don't follow that, then it is Guru Ravajna. This is one of the offense in 10 offenses in chanting. So if we are not distributing Prabhupada books, then definitely, at least we are not concerned with the score. Prabhupada says it's not that if you are not distributing so many books, we will reject you. No, but at least we should put all our effort to fulfill the desire of our glorious master Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that they will be pleased. So it is Guru Rajna that distribute books, and if we don't distribute books, then this is Guru Avajna. Then the chanting also what we are doing, that will be offensive chanting. So there are 10 offenses in chanting. So the most important offense which every one of us should avoid is Guru Ravajna. So we should not do that. So let us try to distribute Srila Prabhupada books, and especially Srimad Bhagavatam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he gave his instructions to Sanatana Goswami in Kashi, he told there are so many items in devotion, we see in Nectar of Devotion, but finally he says that 5 important aspects of devotion are there. Those 5 aspects are Sadhu Sangha, Bhagavata Shravana, Nama Kirtana, Shri Vigraha Radhana and Mathura Vasa. So it's very interesting to know that all these 5 aspects of bhakti can be done fully by taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. For example, Sadhu Sangha. The whole Vedic scripture glorifies Sadhu Sangha. Unless one comes in touch with a pure devotee, there is no chance of becoming pure devotee. So when somebody gets Srimad Bhagavatam, when somebody takes shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, he is coming in touch with Sadhu Sangha. He is getting full benefit of Sadhu Sangha. Why? Because from the first page itself, from the first picture itself, it comes the inside picture, it's Shukdev Goswami speaking Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. Sadhu Sangha is there. So Parikshit Maharaj in first canto, Suta Goswami is there, Shaunakadi Rishis are there, Bhishma Pitamaha is there, Kunti Maharani is there, Uttara Devi is there, Parikshit Maharaj is there, Pandavas are there, all sadhus are there. Like that, if we go canto by canto, it's filled with the Sadhu Sangha. When you are reading Bhishma Pitamaha's glorifying Krishna, you are hearing from Sadhu Bhishma Pitamaha, one of the Mahajan, Bhishma Pitamaha. And when we are reading Prahlad Maharaj's glorification, Prahlad Maharaj's instruction, we are hearing from Mahabhagavata Prahlad Maharaj. And when we are reading Vritrasura's story, we are hearing from pure devotee Vritrasura. When we are reading Amrish Maharaj's story, we are hearing the glories of Amrish Maharaj. We are hearing from Narada Muni. So like this, Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with the Sadhu Sangha. All the sadhus are in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sadhu Sangha is there, and we have our greatest fortune, our real wealth, our dear master Srila Prabhupada, Mahabhagavata Srila Prabhupada in every purport. Srila Prabhupada's Sangha is there, association is there. Many times we think, oh, I am living alone, I am far away from temple, because of my work I am not able to associate with devotees. Associate with Srimad Bhagavatam, we have the best of all association. You have full association of Srila Prabhupada, we have full association of all the great devotees, we have full association of all Mahajanas. All 12 Mahajanas association we will get in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sadhu Sangha is best offered when we take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavata Shravana is directly there when we take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Nama Kirtana is there. Srila Prabhupada says, these are the recorded Kirtana. When you distribute my books, this is recorded Kirtanas. This is Kirtana of Mahabhagavata, pure devotee Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam, when we are reading Bhagavatam, we are hearing the Kirtana of Srila Prabhupada. So Nama Kirtana is fully there. Shri Vigraha Radhana. So Srimad Krishna Tulya Bhagavata, Vibhu Sarvashraya. He is the shelter of all. He is Krishna himself. So he is in the form of Krishna, is in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Shri Vigraha Radhana is there, and the beauty of Mathura Vasa is also there. In Padma Purana, one shloka comes, Uttarakanda 7.16, the Supreme Lord is speaking to Brahmadev. It's a very interesting shloka. तत्र सर्वाणि तीर्थानि नदी नदसरांसि च यज्ञाः सप्तपुरी नित्यं पुण्याः सर्वे शिलोच्छया. The place where there is Srimad Bhagavatam, there is presence of all holy rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, all rivers are there. Holy shrines, all yajnas are there, and 7 sacred cities, 7 Sapta Moksha Prada Puris, 7 sacred cities like Ayodhya, Mathura, Mayapur, Kashi, Kanchipuram, Dwaraka, all. So Mathura is there. Wherever Srimad Bhagavatam is there, that place become Mathura. And all sacred mountains like Govardhan, Vindhyachal, here, Simhachalam, all sacred mountains are there. So wherever Srimad Bhagavatam is there, all holy rivers are there. That place become Mathura, Ayodhya, Kashi, Kanchipuram. That place becomes Govardhan, Simhachalam. So wherever Srimad Bhagavatam is there. So by taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, Mathura Vasa is also there. This one cannot one cannot become serious in devotion without these 5 principles of devotion, and these 5 principles of devotion is fully there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. So let us give this chance to all the people around us, and let us not offend Guru, and thereby let us not offend the holy name. In fact, every day we see to it that we chant 16 rounds attentively, nicely, with the quality chant, everything. What is the purpose? The purpose is the one and only prayer we are making by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the Supreme Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani, please engage me in your service. So this is our only prayer. So we are requesting Radha Krishna divine couples for their service for 2 hours every day without miss. So, and they have given us this wonderful service through Srila Prabhupada's divine mercy. Srila Prabhupada's direct instruction is there: distribute my books. This divine service is available for everyone, and let us take the service. So if you think seriously, then if you request somebody for service for 2 hours, then we are not ready to do the service even for 2 hours, then that request becomes duplicitous. For example, if some Mataji asked me that, Mataji, if you want any help in the kitchen, please let me know. And when I ask that Mataji, please can you cut the sabjis, then that Mataji says, please excuse me, I can't do this. Then what is the value of that request? So in the same way, every day we are requesting Radha Krishna that please give me your service, please give me your service, please give me service. Not 1 time, 2 time. We are asking again and again. For 2 hours we are intently asking, and the service is available. We are neglecting that, then that is not at all good. So let us take this service very seriously. So the qualification to distribute books, and especially we are concentrating on Bhagavatam. The qualification to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam is intense desire to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. That's all. We can see in Lord Sri Ramchandra's pastimes what qualification the monkeys had to serve Sri Ramachandra. So the only qualification was their intense desire to serve Lord Sri Ramachandra, and seeing their intense desire to serve, Sri Ramachandra made even the stones float. So if we have the intense desire to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam, then the Supreme Lord in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, his dear devotee Srila Prabhupada, will make the stone-hearted people by Srimad Bhagavatam. So how Lord Sri Ramachandra made the stones float on the water, so like that the Supreme Lord Srimad Bhagavatam will make the stone-hearted people melt their heart and by Bhagavatam. So from our side we should intensely desire for that. Many people they think that this is not for me. I don't have that nature, or I can do this service, I can do garland, or I can cut sabjis, or I can do DT worship, I can give class also, but it's not my nature to push people to take books. But we should always remember that Devotion means Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam. So what is Anukula for Krishna? We should be ready for that. Devotee means he will do what is required by Krishna. It's not that the Vanara Sena was expert in doing the bridge. It's not that they had made many bridge before. At that time, Sri Ramchandra wanted the bridge to be done and they did the needful. In the same way, we may not have the habit of speaking to other people. We may not be having the habit of pushing others. We may not be so talkative. That may be our nature, but that doesn't matter. What is required for the parampara? What is required for the Lord? What is required for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What is required for Srila Prabhupada? That we should do. So it's not that squirrel should jump over the ocean, then only Sri Ramchandra will be happy. No, whatever squirrel can do, he should put his full effort. Whatever Hanuman can do, he should put his full effort, and the Lord will be happy. So in the same way, we should put our full effort. So even if we can't distribute, no problem. Let us speak. Start speaking to people. Yare deka tare kaha Krishna Upadesh. Whomever we meet, irrespective of whether they buy or not, let us follow this, that we will speak about Bhagavatam. That's all. Whatever we have read in Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, whatever we remember, even if we have read one shloka of Prabhupada, one purport of Prabhupada, Prabhupada says it's so potent that even a word will change their life. Even Prabhupada says in that very, very interesting lecture, Prabhupada says, there is no comparison, there is no competition. Every word is for the good of the human society. So even if somebody has read one word of Bhagavatam, they can speak of Bhagavatam. Even if they have not started reading, still they can speak about Bhagavatam, because they would have, means at least they know that Krishna, Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. At least they know that this is Krishna Katha. So let us start speaking about that. So one important thing is, whenever there is an order, there is mercy. So when there is an order that you distribute books, so the mercy comes along with that. So we should think like that. We need not think about our qualification. We see in the life of Srila Prabhupada that his Guru Maharaj told him to preach in English language. So immediately after his sannyasa ceremony in that Gaudiya Math, Srila Prabhupada gave his lecture in English. We know that audience were they are more comfortable with Bengali or Hindi, but definitely they were not so competent in English. But still, Prabhupada gave the lecture in English. Why? Because that was Guru's order. And Prabhupada in the Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says that before writing Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says that so I have so many deficiencies because I have to present this in a foreign language, but still sadhus will agree. Means just because his Guru Maharaj told him to present it in English, Prabhupada took it into his heart and he presented, and that is the point actually. So he became fully successful in that because he followed the order of his Guru. He would have thought, means if we would have in his place, we would have thought, if I can write in Bengali, I can write it nicely, more nicely than in English. I can write it in Hindi more nicely than in English. No, but if Guru Maharaj just told me to write it in English, he just wrote it in English. If he told him to give preach in English, he gave lecture in English. So we have to follow the divine footsteps of Prabhupada. So Prabhupada told us to distribute his books. We will distribute his books. Let us not use our tiny brain in this instruction. Let us not think that will that person read this book? Will he become a devotee? Will he become come to that state that he will one day take initiation? Will he follow the regulative principle? That is not important for us. Prabhupada told us to distribute books. Let us distribute books. And by following his instruction, we will become successful. That is our success. Just by following Prabhupada's instruction, we will be successful. We need not bother about other things. And Prabhupada will take care. And we also know that Prabhupada books. In one of the letter, Rameshwara Swami, he says to Prabhupada that people are coming and joining the temple by reading your books. And he specifies that every devotee who joined during that time, they came and joined just because of reading Prabhupada books. So Prabhupada books will make devotees, Prabhupada will do the preaching. Let us follow what Prabhupada gave us the order, and let us fully put our effort to distribute Prabhupada books, and especially Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the major part of Krishna Katha. I'll quote a few verses from Padma Purana glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam, because these verses are spoken by the Supreme Lord Krishna himself to Brahmadev. He says, Katham sa Vaishnava jneyaha shastram bhagavatam kalau grahena tishtate yasya shwapachadhiko hi saha. So this one we can quote to the, means even if we can't quote the shloka, the translation of the shloka, we can quote to every person around you and make them take Srimad Bhagavatam, because this is the divine words of the Supreme Lord himself. Translation is, in this age of Kali, how can anyone be called a devotee of Sri Krishna if he doesn't have Srimad Bhagavatam at home? He is much inferior to Shwapacha. Shwapacha means dog eater. So what is the first qualification of a devotee of Sri Krishna? The first qualification is he should have Srimad Bhagavatam in his house. So anybody around you who want to become devotee of Krishna, then definitely this one shloka is enough to take Bhagavatam. And there are so many other shlokas also. Krishna says, Sarvasvenapi lokesha kartavya shastra sangraha vaishnavastu sada bhaktya tushtyartam mama putraka. So if somebody says, okay, I want to become Krishna's devotee, but I don't have the money to buy Srimad Bhagavatam, here is the answer by the Supreme Lord himself. My dearest son, O Brahma, a man should keep Srimad Bhagavatam at home, even at the cost of giving up all his possessions. Even if he has to sell his house and buy Bhagavatam, he should do that. So this is the answer by the Supreme Lord himself. And we see so many devotees or non-devotees, they are very much interested to go to Tirtha Yatra, Kashi, Mayapur, Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, so many places. It's not that they should not go. Definitely one should visit these places, divine places of the Supreme Lord. But the Supreme Lord himself says the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam compared to the Tirtha Yatra. He says, Sarvashramabhigamanam Sarvatirtavagahanam na tatha pavanam nrinam Srimad Bhagavatam yatha. Going on a pilgrimage to all the holy places or taking bath in all the holy rivers is not as auspicious as possessing Srimad Bhagavatam. So, because Krishna himself says in Padma Purana that wherever Srimad Bhagavatam is there, all holy places are there, all holy rivers are there, everything is there, and he says that it's more auspicious to have Srimad Bhagavatam than go to all the places. So, I know definitely there will be so many questions. So let me take the questions. We can go on speaking about Bhagavatam for eternity, glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. The glories of Krishna are unlimited, and like that, the Supreme Lord in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, his glory is also unlimited. So definitely, Mataji, can you please give these last 3 shloka reference? Yes, definitely. I will share with Prabhu. I think Gopinath, Gaurchandra Gopinath Prabhu already has, we have already shared in our groups. So if you want, I can share, no problem. All the references and more references. Actually, we have so many materials. We have even frequently asked questions. Wonderful devotees, they made these frequently asked questions also to help devotees to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. What questions may they themselves have in their mind, which is stopping them from speaking boldly about Srimad Bhagavatam, and what are the questions that may be asked by the karmis when they go for distribution of all the questions are answered in that. More than 80 questions are answered in that. And we have glories of Bhagavatam from Padma Purana, 33 shlokas. I quoted, because of lack of time, I quoted only 2-3 shlokas. In fact, 33 shlokas are there. We have glories from Padma Purana, we have glories of Srimad Bhagavatam from Skanda Purana, we have glories of Srimad Bhagavatam from Bhagavata Purana, we have glories of Srimad Bhagavatam by Sanatana Goswami in the form of Krishna Leela Stava. We have glories of Srimad Bhagavatam from Haribhakti Vilasa. We have glories of Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Prabhupada's Divine Lectures. We have all collections. We will share everything with everyone, and so that we can help you also to distribute. But we should have the intense desire to distribute. That is the qualification.